People have a saying that a proper good does not market itself. It is those who know the worth of the good who will bear eloquent testimony. That like salt, if it is in a soup, you don't need anybody to tell you of his presence.
I have heard in the media that people are expressing interest, but that is what democracy is all about. It's about competition for power. But as far as the rank and file of the NDC is concerned, I don't think that there is anybody now who can beat His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
I'll say yes a million times that he should be president of the Republic of Ghana again. He's a man that delivers on his word. He's a man for the people. He's a man that listens and ensures that what is best for our nation is done.
President Mahama exhibited extreme tolerance, what his predecessor hasn't been able to do. The other thing he did was consultation. President Mahama never believed that he alone had the knowledge and could resolve all the problems. I think that that's a mark of a good leader, and that distinguishes him from what we are witnessing now.
When sometimes it's part of human nature, you are there and you are doing a lot of good things, people take it for granted. President Mahama left a positive, indelible mark in the sands of time in this country. That's why today Ghanaians are looking at President Mahama with so much nostalgia. And I've always said that, you see, you don't realize the importance of your buttocks until there's a well on it.
Live on TV as well as that, and also on Power 97.9 FM, the hottest and the biggest conversation in Ghana inside politics. And then you may Yashan yeah, the Ebra war, our Power 97.9 FM. So and our hair live, our TV as well as that Ghana, who Dubai, who Turkey, who Saudi Arabia, who Belgium, who Denmark, who Finland, who Austria, the BBA United States of America, United Kingdom, now all sharing our YouTuber, a TVS was at Ghana. So and on Facebook Live, a Power 97.9 and a TVS was at Ghana. Medi Ademokabi Masi, Ubetimi Aframi Atan Kolega Biga, and now I am much Bosome Neda, Tosso and Crown, I won't film you and a duno, Mia Samona, and they, and some Brenani Abu and Watasetasia, Yade, Ebra Warner, and someone dear, and they, as a Wani and Sasia Catcher Warner. Evidence based, Sadia Tankulega Biga, Mugabi Masi, Bema, Missy Suma Sana Mahamu, and Sambia Mekabiano, not just a whole evidence, at the hall, Yasam Babetna. No tumfuto edia ama Ghana for nemo bibia mekabiano. Yes, be circumspect in your reportage. A fearless and credible journalism. So my penya juma wayano and your papa a phone a bomb a kankanya. Yabeka channel without fear or favor. So my penny Mamuano atonsum, a memono anya a tro or be lie. And some Kenya a tro. Yabeka Eddie amount and enumere Jumedian so. Now and then some of the Abra Wono. Nanado and no PM State of the Nation address no what the Emma Ghana for no and they atankulega biga nanado so buy a wabo juma and the match a juma nanado buy wabo and yama waba sending no me de obako enkrahaya me no begina enkrahaya na match and niema nanado ebeto ye na wo ho ya wase no na match de joma ma so no Wabaya or ya edema etimamufua and what a year or mine. Facebook Live Power 979 TVS was at Ghana. Or like na was share YouTube TVS was at Ghana. Not just a Yankwa Tankuliga Biga TV be a doom TV Bakopani Aso and Yumri and one TVS was at Radio be a doom Pennyphonia the California Nano Womutia Power 97.9 FM. Sansa Bema Basemu Sejata one Wakasa and a Dijumedino what they Ebrao and Yumri and Samino. Those ye papa ya bwabwa no asesane kama ya de Ebra and then young guest Honorable Helen Adwan Toso and the back first segment in a second segment Honorable Timothy Atabuadi Awunterim, former member of Parliament for Busan of Sandema in the Upper East region of the Republic of Ghana. The Busa man and can you kanjaga for say you're from the Busas and the Mobateneka a year Jumedian so and the ya dan was Simeti or Munafe Yaba na friend near Bill some no at the Abro. Shano so in Babu Mabania so about Johnny it was sure no so now on also the Ekoso Krumono what the Nina so at the Abre higher TV SYZ and a Power 97.9 FM. Yabasisia. bila ni nyina aye atrosam ena nanado enu a okopie mrahye bedwafie state of the nation address no say bila na chase okaye no nokure bia enim obaye onyi akwan bia na wodie kumasefo sananado enyebuo enu oni ena enya farie enu oni dia na chese ni tirimo ede papa ukopiem awo asante matemu a wodie efri ayata no so ekopiem awo abuakwa so ase na nado so aye kwan wo Ghana ha efri asante wa school okoni nyina kan ko na kamba na nado kwan no obato se eye kama na nado ase ni nyina we oya destroyer wasafo president obato se kwan ye papa na wase no so onye wodi free ayaman kra so ekwa eye kumso tepa kwa ekwan asante matemu obenwu se na nado wadi wo mabro ye papa na watwa wie nsoto wo kumase so am run about na now they say oba be interchange ho what the chance roofing sheet atwa ho nyina sia anyame opa bone nsoto eni nyina adwire ene yankrante ene eye nsoromwa wo mu na age wo nyina afai wanya hwe ewo asantememu akwan bien ho awayi ewo asantememu se wonam kumase krobiam se ya kontrase kwayo se ya jaache kwayo se ya bomfa kwayo se ya sajo krom sakra wo no kwayo na na do baye akwan na ye papa wo kumase nyina no wasan ase ni nyina wano wase kwan wanya kwan ya fane na wase kwan na obubu hospitals enei ese wani ense okachire yama me honorable Helen Adwanto so akwaba ene o kan hu ne ebedi dwumadi obeduru heye ya fane say enei wo ensem bibisa eye energy minister right anti doctor eye napo wo ensem bibisa ne to duru fie heye akwaba sababi a wo bia no ma na moto sabra mra shebe jofie sese ya nti ya bone tata oni eja ma me kwan na afredi aka no ye de ato aso honorable eye Helen Adwanto so ene no esi nkonya ene anwumre say a parliamentary we least mistake omo de be fa ho be usulia so no Johnson said do katiani fifi kote ne national executives ne say omo tena any the new leadership any dadani nyino ma ka omo ntoma ba no say NDC be di ye ya tena ma enema ensai ye tie ya mami ya mana kwaba na afa ye fa kwama twetwa ne ensa ase mi wia afa ana wiai mini mami wia afa na mi bo mu mi bo janu mi bo gumbe no wa ho de ekwaso ntem fa sa account TV no sa ha angels ni nyina ewo hana Ghana fo nyina so ye etie ene awiei ya mame honorable Helen Adwanto so ya mo akwaba ene awiei e ba Power FM ene TV eswaze so
yaba minu ya meba Mugabe me hu mache
reverend ya film
me kra ma film nti omo frame na me so me hu mache nti eze du America bra na me be hwemo na me chia mo na masa ko mama ya frisia pa fin committee afisi be o ne ho ye
minu ya ma ne be ma ne
obia ho ye
obia so for ma me ba ko pen before ba ko pen Obo Ejuma Krachi West for say omo ye proud of you.
Yes.
Wa mo di ye.
Yes.
Niema omo hu ye nyira wa mo hu bi. Oso bo Ejuma pa ne sa.
Especially Mabu no.
Anges ne so tawachi.
Omo tamachi papa.
Bi obeko bi anges ne tawachi.
Omo tamachi papa.
Me se okuru mo eyanyi se 9.7 FM mo bi atom ho.
Omo bi atom omo yes.
Fantani information centers. Yes more than 150. Be abefa bia Power TV SYZ. Well, emrase be jefie te say wo na ofri ho eba. Say yes mamuntu Mamo head and quachiri into do ya from say in the next 30 minutes no a yen sim bisebi ebisa a yen napo e wom rase be finti no we ya rase be phone nyina suiti o yesa ma na moto ne san ebra em rase be fieti say we na ofri ho eba
nyame adom na me chia mo bio na me chia atiefo nyina especially oti region for be bia hwefo me constituency Krachi West constituency nimso omutama chipa na Endra State of Nation address in so no ama debate no esiso meba no ya she debate na o chena me debate if you say ensam ewo ho
fantastic
na o ma frame se mensamra nka ende me so me ba ha chenti no nka what they say nka me bie japa ka me bie japa if you say ensam ahoro bebre wo hono ma o mampanyi kae no Endra me hu nsa na ye side na obi ebo omo nipa no ba ko science nti na ochro speech yama an address yama president ana o say nyon no o trend nsa echiro obi Endra na che say onu anka say hu say nsem bi wo hon mo na president o ka no na eni kwan so entasumu was it for the 4th Republic no
na ban na ye kwan
wa ye akwan pa na ochina honorable Jemensa okachem so ochina odibeti na wa ye na wo hwe na I was regional minister hwe ho kwan Duakare road no aka omunye me constituency me samanko other places kura me constituency dey metumi aka me constituency ho asem because akwan ahuru ananka esese omo yemaye in my constituency ena the number constituency Krachinchumru February ekochindere yede ma contractor say contractor na fikwan so say omo say onyai yama nchire kwan omo so onyai osama kwan yeso onyai yabra kwan ense omoye gravelly yeso onyai nti se sia de omoye no kwan na yede ma first ka fidambai eba krachi na onye krachi krom no se sia no wokwa krachi krom ena chese womo eye akwan no nti so se wantumi anya correct information afi all constituencies ni adea na oba se womo no moye kwan me ma sefim kakra na wohwe na address no so ababia when it's about gender issues, women issues, women and children.
Fantastic.
And do
so what does our committee know, right?
Me na me ranking
member on the gender committee.
Committee.
Fantastic.
Yes. Wow.
So I just have the one or maybe.
O mabio.
Until say no acting
Debbie, Omanya substantive, yeah, Omanya substantive, just recently.
Okay.
Well, women issues, na ehadwe.
Papa.
Nti se we omanpenyi, na you are not concerned about women.
So no family.
And our children, and ma, and in color issues are. Na chese sa krono enkunenim. Osa omanpenyi no so no, wuntimi nko wani ye.
Tino wa feli no.
Because a man in color issues there, and so be a did grow. The Timbia na Missy Ghana, yes, we are sign. You and ya sign. Say, as I say, say, gender equity, say, ye beshen kolasu ye. Nina ya sign. But share men are mere ranking for gender, children social protection.
Fantastic.
Sesi adokun ba ko yesen 3 cities.
3 cities need
na kitikiti pa. Ebi 5 cities so school feeding to feed a child. A 1 cedi 20 pesos.
Sesi e di mutu ya no.
Sesi a. 1 cedi 20 pesos no kura tax wo ho.
Eto de.
Tax wo ho 1 cedi nti e chese nye 1 cedi 20 pesos no. 1 cedi 20 pesos no meti tax. But enkola kwako fidi akola na 1 cedi 20 pesos including tax. Na chese fidi awusu fidi enkola no. That's why we share the type of food that aduane omo ye man enkola no. Won say basa. Because say 1 cedi 20 pesos including tax. Share say umma State of the Nation address.
Fantastic.
One fat disabilities anka ho. I'm not happy with you. Because disability for no omo did them na wa promise especially a man no previous address say wo beboa wo mo na wo matumi wo mo nsanwo adwuma anabe dia omo pese omo de ye no na wa boa omo no maye na because say ye ko election year wo boa be say nipa be say 100 and 1,000. Not the following year, won't care anything about it. Now another 3rd year, won't can say. As someone make 2019, Meguswara abwa womo di demo womu di drano. Mebwa wona won't me and can be beer and fahwa. Nature say idea a hard dream papa. Enti me call through a address on among so woman sabita fracture womo di dem. Woman penny asset fan na ne fan na oseti no na ye no presidential empowerment for women entrepreneurs with disability entina chese akotonsium what is saying zongo kokos fan ya o ka ho asem no eno so atonsium me hu omo a wo brief president ansana ya oba parliament na obeka State of the Nation. em say omo man briefing papa enti nsem ni bi ho a wo mo twera chese na enye nokore enti na ndro a wotie say after na address no amanfo or start say omo to you say
na do obilayo
no eye entina me ya say yes mensa emra parliament. There are a lot of issues address mu enye nokore
sana obeja mu awie akona wakobisa na ponsiam a wose ubisa no parliament sa directive for there abade amamo mra se bejafo yi 136 say there eye central region mu nia ba ko no ye de na sensen ho timi va say 136 na mo sisi a etesen moji no akomapem
na 136 ni ye very solid,
fantastic
na ayi say ayi owoka wo hu sonso na wusuro
ampa
na when mo yan trust wo they cannot be trusted nti ebia woni wo mo be yan hihye bi no ebedru so no na wo mo aye wakadre
ampa be you so
nti say ya ma ye 136 na anya solid because say last Tuesday na anka on person omo ye nema bia ye hu ye ne yesi debi oh nti say ye 136 ne solid because one hwe na ebia womo dey because ebi wo ho a other people no na business ne ni so muti dem ho a wo be hu na omo chiche addendum.
Wow, you must start here no
ya na omo dey addendum aba enti wo se wo kona se wo say sa business we bia see any main order paper no so na amount for solution o mepie anaso omokwa na motiwa na omo di addendum aba enti na ya adwen say ye be ye 136 ye be solid enti yakọ parliament utimi hu say ye ho no tembia na hema enye debate no ma start na ma hu say nka tembia na ye ho no ma enti na directives no ba say ye modern say ye be policy wo mo tamo mo di see a beba because ye pese wo ye nsakra bi omutimi ye sansakra na say na omumfa say wo passport wo betumi de akoji voter ID so wo driving license wo what they say
birth certificate
birth certificate one when nyina
old voters ID card
recognized identity ye use for this country.
Omanso
na yema enti no say wo say only the
any guarantor system
so wo say only the Ghana card na chese be hadwe and na bia wo say this capital nkwana omuma be hadwe because me constituency say no a resettlement constituency as the creation of the or the building of the water dam no your properties in nsu ase enti a kire say a resettlement community most of the communities no e wo islands no so enti say wo say obi ebia this capital nkwa na ye mehwe na wanya Ghana kada na kire say most of my places no they will not benefit because we have places like what is saying Topo. You travel several nautical miles and some Bakrachi
to the district capital.
Nawako Chinekope, Jerusalem, Jericho, what is saying the Ebinum Safi Nkatinkwan.
Hefa
Nkatinkwan. Nebinum Safi one more Abba Katikwan. Mama Tabato, Ebinum Tunga. Oh, Ebinum Sabla Cope, Ebinum what is saying Blay Cope, on the Metrana Atakesi. Far off places and he say ansana wombe fi hono mo abedru na che say whose responsibility should it be
and one more kaska
one amount the government be take up this responsibility say ye ne be ba se o mo ba ne etuaka ne ma mo aduane de fine enti sa dia responsibility ne be ba be da ye MP so no so
be bre
enti na yesi ye mpene
monye ne se de bia nyina ho beto ye
obi an ho beto no na fair play
committee no mko trans o man nwene MP before side no o man nwene o nyina nka se yen fa ya adwene mu na yenye de beboa wo man no ana o mo de o mo fi o mo breaking the 8 na na yo mo botae
maminka no crunch no ye wo ebinmu wo MP side o musuro nyame ba nyame na o musuro no sa party ni di ehun bi be si o mu a na o matwe asan enti sa anka omunim say when they speak to us one on one omunim say sa adwe no enyefe the electoral commission de ba no enyefe because almost some constituencies ni bi wo hono a ankrofo bebre ntumi enchurchuro mudin o wo munim nti say wo say wo mbra only this capital na omo so omebre bi because say Ghana will be abre say nye NDC fo nkwa na bre MPP fo nso bre bi on the mixer no nti say wo say only this capital na wo so bre because you be compelled because you want as many people as possible to register no manya Ghana card no motimi ato aba nti wo so bre because wo betua transportation
na when people ma mobile floor no mo ntumi nkasa but mo akoma mo no mo se de ekoso no nye
me na meka kire wo
se mo ni mo di nkomo
ye ni on di nkomo
fantastic
ye ni on di nkomo say for instance Ken must go no Ken must go sir you know say most of them no na omo pese na omo pese oko fantastic but say party no say wa wo betachi no you be disciplined
obasa ko biem e o krache western
oh mesa kopa there's no challenger no challenger nyame ka no aka
de nyame atwere no
na nyame atwere no atwere nyame hira wa bible say
Helen Dadana
oh Dadana mini je amaneko
Helen Dadana
mini je amaneko already in case minsi for
so me be any ho
oh debi
tried and tested
JM say experience I've been tried, I've been a minister before and tested na mabunu say so much regional because even though say ye were opposition me boa mo munye nyubae
what you say
pa nti wo mo sore gina they wouldn't want anybody to cross their path because obo wa debi because obo wa adru no so wo ma pendwuma ama emabu no wo emani member ma pendwuma ma nti obo wa na adru no so nti se wo be cross me na andru no so a won tenase
nti se ansa directive e de ba ye di hu bi amamo e wo machi ana san se mo ahono mo ko race no aspirant other aspirant no so me campaign wo machi
yeah I dey say won wo ti parliament na wo boa se ne be ya party no ebediye na ebinumu wo mu finkran wo mu tinkran de yakoso constituency no mu nim
wo mu te
nkran de yakoso constituency wo mu nim tam no so a no ma ba seze wo mahu se NDC be wini nti no wo mu aba constituency na che se wo na mo ye campaign
constituency wo kra
na so mo ti constituency ho
about 20 bedura
no ma ba ye tu abawia no omukọ omu de meche no obi nso wa badwane ye 2019 wa cross capital fi MPP 2019 na wa ba se obenya abotwe
watwen
obedi line so mebo ana na wa sore gina se 2019 wa badwane ye na 2023 obasa wo contest because NDC aede ntitemo na mo campaign against NDC na enya se yesori gina ye painting na ye win eto aso a nke party no be de na sese wa ba se wo ba be contest ana
dia na dija ekwan awie na afi ya mo akọto adwuma so wo mra se be dwie
dia me pese me dija mo kwan se as a woman of God no share bible ka bibia na ese ejitumi
ampa
ma menka no wo na wo titwi ne papa ay 2 Corinthians 10 verse 12 no ne bi or say whenever they measure themselves by their own standards or compare themselves among themselves they show how foolish they are
wonyame anim no
wonyame anim
fantastic
they measure themselves by their own standards. Just say, who your standard? No, you are not comparing yourself to other people.
Debbie.
You are comparing yourself to your own self. Comparing with standard.
Full of themselves.
Thank
you.
Internet. Aha.
Won ka ho.
Debbie.
Nyansa ni nyina kwa. Enye wo mu a.
Obi ani ho. Nti what set standard? And now we do higher standard, no? And I will compare it to yourself.
Yes, wow, compare who to one waga. And in Ubaka said, me boy, Juma papa. And you be na MPP or Moyeno. Nana do so, Omoya Juma, no, almost set you on Ghana for an hour, Juma moment.
Was setting a standard. And also Fourth Republic will be any Juma said no. Also, almost set your monkey on standard. And almost compare it to their own standard.
But why Juma?
Nana
yene ba be tire adwuma waye no
yeah I say
na do in the history of yem books under the Fourth Republic president bi ene ho a waba wabubu hospital aguda
wow adwuma waye say bia waye ndwuma bebre na waye no wo be kire amanfo asese me bae no maye say bia mabubu labadi hospital me say mesi mensi ye wote ma say wa promise otiri region for say oh wo beba be bridge ato Oti river no so and went to me anye nti big promises there say your politician be okay say if it's about borrowing nka na bakura betime a president
fantastic
so we dey mechire no aha nti enu bi no nti we are the some of the standards are womo asset ya womo compare womo nti so want to me anya by ye ba but who say if he's able to compare himself to JM what me compare ne to dia wabeye na dia JM abeye ombon ne ho abaso
that's it emame say honorable atofo sen go so efro nti wada ma we de nya na tutu mirika komra se beje fi ne koto awa adwuma so mo tete wo mo sa mo kwan mo tete wo si ya ne de ma mo mpene ana sa ministers no so mamu approve mo KT amone a mo ntena kire sa 1000 ya ma obi approve ye time chipintin what this no nyame asomdwe nka ho
already nsira
da ho semete wo na ya da masipa ye di gumbe ni ye bebo jana gumu na ya che wona na do ene ma bone e wo ba ye wa ye
mesa ba bi o
nyina e dia mamo ye ba sisi a.
The serene environment fits into the goal of the school, which is simply to provide excellent educational foundation for your ward's development before they commence primary education. At first glance, clearly you will see why the school is called Hebron Hills International School, as the building stands tall overlooking town. With a Montessori style, we have experienced and dedicated staff and trained teachers. Our small sizes classrooms are meant to enhance teacher-focused approach where children get one-on-one attention from the teacher. Hello there. We are open at 7:30 a.m. and school closes at 2:30 p.m. After school care is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. while early drop-off can be arranged at 6 a.m. Hebron Hills International School is located at Midye off the Nsawam Road. Locate us with GP postcode GW0688 GA West and GPS code 06884870. You can contact the school and make further inquiries on 050-876-2375 or call the office directly on 0302-918768. Email us at hebronhills.school@gmail.com. Hebron Hills International School. Excel and shine.
Notice lately I've been drifting aimlessly. Bids, the actual retail price is...
Exclusively on HG Plus channel 115.
Adeba Power 97.9 FM Sanso and TV SYZ Ghana. So YouTube. Ubetimi follow yana eja ejumadi adibere we nyina no watimi ahwene nyina Sanso and on Facebook Live no TV SYZ Ghana and Power 979 we nyina no ubetimi ahwe live and awie na bibia so etimi akonkan na nei ensembebre na ne aboabo no asabre ya begebre na ebiebie mu ede ama wo ye ne ya mame Honorable Helen Adwanto so awie ya wie de na chese ye tiesim na afei ye di ensem no sane esitie sane ese efata wo Germany wo France wo Belgium wo Italy wo Denmark wo America na se wo United Kingdom wo Saudi Arabia wo Turkey wo Mexico ba bibia wo bia no na otumi etumirika Facebook Live Power 979 and TV SYZ Ghana wo betumi live na ja wo follow on YouTube also no na chese bibia ene na mu Facebook Live no wo like na wo share na wo frɛ wo nua no so bia so enkohwe atankolega biga Mugabe Mase bema basremu se jata wo si so ma sa no waham ye de sem nyina ebra wo ene awie anwumrei na ye brem ne ye setemu ene dia na chese ene Ghana ni de share ya chese Donald Frank Sheriff wo ye Ghana Armed Forces jumakuo no no nei wo mokoja no kwai kura na chese awe wo ye papa na wo hwa eye sade yesi play bibia Facebook Live Power eye na 7 and TV SYZ for ani kwa se ye de enuan ye de Ghana flag ade atwa ne nyina na sojafo ekura na mu na chese awe wo ye papa ya sabre ya meka sade abranti ya fane sa Sharif Moro wotumi akwapa ne kura mfie mako aduenu baako ene mfie abranti no wo bedi ye ewo asase so nipa bonfo a omo ewo eye ashaman ene omo kwache abranti na omutumi aburo no a ekun no na chese asifim ye papa nte ne die ye ka atiasefo a abranti ya fane sa Sharif Moro ya na chese wo eye Islam eye emrane mu anasa sumni mu a na chese woto ya la ilaha Muhammadu Rasulullah said la ilaha Muhammadu Rasulullah la ilaha Muhammadu Rasulullah said la ilaha Muhammadu Rasulullah na just say ne mu ne de eto amene mu la ilaha yes ensemi Facebook Live correct Power 979 wo Germany wo France wo Belgium wo Italy for ani kowe ye enatie man ye free buy enatie man ye besan ye den asan akọ ewiase na mo sia da wuruma ye sa hwe disani pabofo ye moko abrante mu se dabi no mo so mo beje ma dakatia mo beje ma mena selfie no ya won se asojafo no aye o mo ya tese o mani abiri ye papa na so ye se owu kurade a enkwa entumi enyin ye kan se otimafo nyakopon no komishani Muhammad Sara na wa no wasalam onfa enua no ne kra ensie da chimbi no ibehia ewo so ahememo ne de odo ene eye odo abom na minibisa wo ko edie imoro eye de ya obehia eye Alhaji Isa Kamase eja papa wo beto a mosomonye na wa tu na bibia nso entimi enkonka na chese nei de si ye ewo eye enkran enonom ye fi wona chese ye toaso akoye nim a enu edai o mampanyini ya wo mo number o mampanyia na manwasam enkonkan o mampanyia wabon o mampanyia chese ye kasantoto ye manage the affairs of a country wonni eye omunimdie bia wo mampanyia chese ni ministers no mo performance no enso ani wo mampanyia na memo no ayetro ka ase nkuruma wo mampanyia na memo no ebon kan katase koro no adore sa eye oman na chese eye na nado under the Fourth Republic na da bia no obono wo safo yen se wabae wo na aye adwuma sansa wo hwe under the Fourth Republic wo hwe kofo na hwe atames na hwe mahama na hwe Rollins na nado ene omampanyia chese yenya no so so papa bia e wo Ghana ha wase wo man na wase bibia ama oman no sei ditch mu no wade na akwa ana onam ana wasam kutukoti no onam se ope IMF mu a na IMF nso no o maboni sulia na wo ensema enu dai wade ekotu dwa e wo eye mrase bedwefie na chese ase film ye papa ya na chese enso eni ye na enu kasa wie na no na eye NDC amanyoku ya chese opanyin a wa hwehwe for panyin fifi kote ene one de nkrata de onum twire o onu se ono kwa achemota wa ben ene ya hwehwe pa de number 1 oboa ene ono so wone eye mpanifo hia keka niema ede ebomu sa hwe ya ntena wada biara do MP bie ne ho a wose otu anamo se okwa akọ campaign akọ baabi a mo bia ntena mra se bedwafie mo bia ntu kwa ama no ne se me kwahwe me ho yare me koyewe no way obi ntena fie sa de be ya eye MPP amanyoko ya nanado ene ye omampanyin ewo mu no ya wa ba be die so anema nkoyie no o matimi anyi wo musulia ewo mra se bedwafi ye tie fifi kote ensema wode atudwa minority aso ye no ye tie ensema minority for the tudwa.
When we are on break, we can work in our constituencies. Currently, we have serious businesses on the floor. As a whip, I'm struggling to whip my colleagues to be in the chamber and to prosecute government business. The way to do it is to make it easier for colleagues to stay in the chamber. The party feels the way to do it is to stop some of the disturbances in their backyard so that they can focus on the work here. And when we go on recess, then we can all go back and do whatever is required.
Suspended campaigns. It appears there's something big that the party is expecting to happen on the floor. What big issues are coming up?
Nothing big, just to make sure that members of parliament, as elected, remain on the floor and to do what is required of members of parliament.
Called it what? Operation Save Democracy. So our democracy is under threat with an electoral commission that is rogue, that has gone rogue, and an electoral commissioner who has become a teen god and thinks that she's the best thing to happen to Ghanaians since Ben's bread, and who thinks that she can run riots in this country and do whatever she wants because she has the blessings of a president who is ruling like a despot. But parliament remains the last bastion of democracy, and the minority in parliament remains the last hope in that bastion of democracy. And so we are going to sacrifice our campaigns as members of parliament for our re-election in our party to ensure that there is actually a democracy come 2024. I was out of the country. I was someone back. I am back. I cut short my trip. I am back. And I'm coming to be in this chamber to ensure that whatever it takes, hell or high water, we will bring the Electoral Commission and the commissioners from their high horses and give them an education in the Chamber of Parliament.
I believe strongly that it's because of the CI. Remember that we need the numbers. Remember also that the ministerial nominees, remember the appointments committee report is outstanding. We have to take a vote on them. We have taken a decision that the president must cut down, and that's one of the things that I'm disappointed I didn't hear him talk about, reducing the size of government. You heard the German ambassador, and as ranking member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, let me say that I'm disappointed that the president took a swipe at the diplomatic community.
People have a saying that if you see somebody pounding fufu and is armed with bow and arrows, it means he has ever pounded the fufu and somebody has taken it away. It's a signal to tell you that it's ready for whoever is that intruder or the person who takes away his liberty. My brother, we are prepared to stay in this chamber and, like he said, rain or shine, and ensure that if they attempt to usurp the fundamental and inalienable rights of the people of Ghana, we will be there to fight all the way. Constitution.
Wanda from the minority side, what is Omania Bre, Honorable Samuel Kojo to Ablakwa, and Honorable ABA Fuseni, ne Omomaka, Sam George, Omunia Bread, and then they are just Enya Asem Ketua minority chief Ponsono, not just Onosono, Neni Abri Papa Panti, Sabre, and this Yamanyokuno, yes, Mobia, and two crime, Rasebijafono, 136 Munia Monaso, Nasa, James, I say, Obele, Siano, Amiara, Ombrano Mele, Nohe, Sananado, Name Kofa, Omo acquire me a veti woman. So mobile approve if they have the numbers. Omo go ahead, no more approve emir. This is said ye, and ye was say ye was ye, trouble was ye, trouble was ye, was some and one in the pa. They said ye a bookam, nanado mamono, a tonsum, a trot, and obey the chair a gun of 4 and na say, Yanati and better say, a year vaccines are a ya de war a young quadap, a year penny at the woman, and when you answer a wagana. kwa ya say measures ne yakeka ho nyina no ya recorded about 500 cases na ne nyina mo no ana agema manu ya wa health minister papa yi sa wo pe health minister adwene boni ewo ne tirim health minister wadi wo man we boni e wasan kasa mre bia wo nsɛmam yedi na anaka yedi na asɛm wi a ka oni abontere kwa na ka agya wasɔre aka se obi nkoto wa chembre no papa no eda so enemu wes bunegvi aya vaccine so nsɛm e ba ye nyina papa eda so etene office yesika akodi amanane a wo so kwaje bre ya onkwaje ye papa no eda so etena office unse obi a wonim krono bo wo bɔ krono ma ne ye fe no eno na na ado nani agye hu sa na ne homo na ye den na asɔre na papa yi abra ye yan se omra se bedwafie no meyi ano sa eye vaccine se ho ensem no papa obi a hu no omra se bedwafie na enura na de koma set of the nation address wie no ane woni santwerefo agina tokuru bi ma woni wo mu edi enkomo ye kotie agemaman no ene awie.
Ghana's Minister of Health has been making efforts to ensure we secure adequate stocks of vaccines despite this global challenge. We have made all necessary efforts to ensure that despite these challenges, we secure adequate stocks within the next few weeks.
He said in the next few weeks, all things being equal.
So if we could get some dates to few weeks could be...
I think that the minister has been quite clear with the answers has been given.
A few weeks is not substantive enough to give some assurances to parents and families who need
I think the
vaccines.
response from the minister is that in the next few weeks, all things being equal, we should get supplies now that all of those funds have been made available to the necessary platforms. That would be the response from the minister.
Kwande yabada se kwadwo opon kroma se mu nyina ma tonsuom mo ka asema nyasa bia ni wa aba bia ni ma wa Ghana for efa mo di atoa mabre agemamanu wa health minister ya wa bre papa wa bre ya osa nanado one nanado nyina bre wo so mo kotra fie no mo je ma home na je wo na mo wo mo je wo na no ma change pampers na yeden e de ama wo mo na enu anu no mabre mo kwaje ma home na mabre na enei nanado se obae no na achievement under the Fourth Republic, President to be anywhere, wabo adwuma te se ono nanado. Na enei, de nanado kan ye no, mi sisu bia se Ghana for emo omonsamanya dan, ema nanado. Nanado aye president ya. Chasa wo hwa na ho ofe. Wo hwa nanado, sade nyamesi bo no, ne tenten gramo, sade ne spectacle esitia. Sadia nano fa sadia ni ti na so nyakopon abona na do sonko a chasa na do na ho ofe no obi ani bi e wo Ghana ha odamu sonko na wuli na kwaku chasa wo pe president ya se ne ho ofe president ya na no ofe president ya ne hwene efe na wuyi na do ani chasa Fourth Republic unya bi enti ne modern bo no te se ni nipadua ne pepepe nanado ne performance no ate se wono ani ni padua pepepe waya ade na nanado ya waya ade nyina wase Fourth Republic wa bo adwuma wa yi akwan wa ye we hospitals ete obia e wo Ghana ha na enei se ba mamba utumira no ayadan wa kiresie nanado under the Fourth Republic president bi eni ha wo fie nyansa hospitals wo be kwa kobubu hospital na ayadan aguo. It's under the Fourth Republic, no. Now the culture say why juma na achievement ba ko say in the history of our books under the Fourth Republic, President be anywhere wako bubu hospital here dey agu. Na achievement ne be no. Into culture say why juma bonabaso say la general hospital esiwo na do atimi akwa grader na oni kenoforiata ba womia ademan manu womotimi akwa dwi hospital na agu me ka wo say Kasiebo ne be ka say be reflective ya bon kwapon ne ekoye chia abra Obama ene ne yire Michelle Obama eba Ghana ha no sa hospital no ena Obama ne yire eye dan akwa enkwara sei ena na la general hospital no esitia Facebook Live, Power 979, Power 979, TVSYZ Ghana, who are Germany, who are France, who are Belgium, who are Italy, who are Denmark, who are Finland, who are Sweden, who are Norway, who are Austria. That General Hospital, no, send an city. Hospital, na a year juma. Hospital, not doctors and nurses, a year juma, physicians, a year juma, pharmacists for a year juma, me say, President, be anyhow, what a free answer. Hospital esi hwa wabakwa kububu agu no buwia wabaka che osesi kani ho ontumi insi ma fire. He said be circumspect in your reportage. and never chill like General Hospital. Tinanado na achievement ne ba kono no. President obaye and I'm saying who first thing will be na juma so ani ntino wotime ko bubu hospital a ye juma egu ya ebesi nei by 3 years in ye lafo eni baby a omobeko eye hospital. President obaye na achievement ni bi ni say wo hwe sadia baby asesi a la General Hospital baby a na wo no ehonnie wana Facebook live Power 979 TVS was at Ghana mokɔhwɛ. Yes ehonnie la General Hospital asase no and omode abia nkruma mate nkruma na awie nkruma na eso nkruma no omate awie say ho na da ho no la General Hospital asase ne na da ho no lafo trade fair na do abubu agu bibia ya nkrafo ebedi ye na do babubu agu. President obubu trade fair gu omo modern why dey President obubu hospital gu omo modern why dey it okwakyina parliament no man state of the nation address no okachira wo say under the fourth republic one only president wa boy adwuma na achievement ne ba akoniye. Yes one in the vice ba umia o achievement ne ba akoniye na me catch you say so say president bien wo fie nyansa obebubu hospital agu na obi abaka kire Ghana for say ya the taxpayers and the tuaoka wa be ka kire say die sikani ho aye de beto aso. This is common sense. Ghana for aye coward omuntime kasa ya ye timid and mema than a ma okrom ha. The clergy they are not talking na nanoma he for am won kana ha mo hyede mo pie na mo kasa na mo demand mo hospital no man na do opon sim hospital no e ma mo back. The youth, the guy youth monya angry enough. The guy chiefs monya angry enough. Sana na do na mo hospitals wo and wo bubugu ye to si osima mo onye bi obi wo chebi wo ko bubu sa joma ma ko yesuo ama chebi fo su papa ama chebi fo eno ene 9 years ya joma ma ko mo su pa eno me ye no na do be kwa se wo kwa ko sensuo na joma ma ko ye e ma chebi fo no. You will never do that. Ho ye chebi afa ma me fa wo ko trade fair Sha Power 979 Facebook live. Sha wo cantonment. Moyo wo cantonment. Wo rich. Wo amasamai. Wo aye ajikotoku. Wo aye pram. Wo sege. Wo begada. Baby a wo bia Power 979 Facebook live. Sha trade fair and say ne city. Baby ana Ghana for enkane say na trade fair city o. Enkane no say na trade fair city nkrafo mabuna wan kan ya maame mu ya papa mu ya fase for no mu ya adwuma ewo eye trade fair na do ba ya no wo say nkrafo di ya enye na achievement ne ba kono no etu obubu trade fair ni nyina ya dai agu Mr President o fie nyansa bia ni ho obeye wei hwa we ya bra no obubu eye trade fair agu no why destroyer or your president ya wo baso wo ba besai wo destroy bibia mo hwe bibia na mafo nje wo daily bread wani wo fie nyansa wo be yewi wo bi etofo henfo na advisors no yo mutu o mampanyefo se o man na djuma nwa ya dey e mabunu nya nwuma nya afi budget amode bra Ghana for say momfa wo bia wo air public sector na trade fair bibia mabunu ni yo mo daily bread no na wo de caterpillar akwesi wo na wo dwiri ni nyina agu ebesi na hwe nkoso ho efenja sa ne we mo fire afei sama ma share won ana ado sada ne niam city afei me be chere president ya no wo fie nyansa mama wo the two difference wo be say ne modern bo under the fourth republic no wo be antime fan compare ba me be chere president ya wono no kasa wo ba no ye action man na o fie nyansa na o ahofama na o odo na o tema wo obuo nyamisuo oba tampa jo mahama bema ni monyanfo bema wo fie nyansa afei mame fa wonko media metimi a kira woni ama jo mahama na do ba ya wayo achievement ni bi na ma kira no trade fair wabubu aguo la General Hospital wabubu aguo When you hospital be a maybe you say buy was see hospital be na me yacho. When you school be a wasie and me buy me yacho. Kumasi akwa nyina kwa na sai. Mitimi fa kwa kumasi say kwa we na na do buy no. Why am kumasi for wonam eya contract kwa ya yobo Kofi Job wa parking mfidi engine go. Wonam sakra wo no bobo wonam tano so ebu akwa bobo wonam kabia kwa so bobo mankra so kosi kumso tepa bobo tenana do buy yi na achievement no eno ene niema boni a waye no meyidi ama ho afei me de woko be ma ni monyamfo ye say ahene panya dan enkasa la general hospital ububugu ye no wo bia no wo fre nyansa no oba ye no obesi bi awai aya rage hospital ebia na wo tamale ebia na wo eye bolga ebia na wo boko wo doman ko man Canada ko Facebook live power 979 wo Germany wo France ye kaya kasa jomama papa wo ba ye de oye ne bini no ba mani monyamfo nyansane boli ni this year tani ba odo ene temade magana fo we eye rich hospital John Mahama ahene pankasa maya juma asin obi under the Fourth Republic no fa wo ba ye na ka juma we na ka yi wo de a kire ye ni bia ye be yi John Mahama we eye ba ko pe o me si Greater Accra ha ya na me ne wo ye den me di wo ejina afei ma me fa ko eye come on University of Ghana Medical Center will be Ebubu Hospital Eguon. Now will be a fear nyansa. Whereby you see hospitals. University of Ghana Medical Center Legon. When you see a president or vision, what ambitions? Aye John Dramani Mahama. She won't be here. And your president will be hospitals who go and see you. Where you will be a buyer. Now you're nyashi wa hot. No what me a copper besia. Besia na or boy, you know. Wa man bedin no more. One spend this besia recklessly. Nemum wotumi hu say nipa yare a da bia ne aso enwokwa amanone ne ade wo se timi nya yare sa no hene nipa free Liberia nipa free South Africa nipa free Sierra Leone Uganda eba beje ayare sa we eye University of Ghana Medical Center John Dramani Mahama be mani monyafo be ma wo fie nyansa wo mobu hospital enwu na achievement ne bi eno no afei me fa won ko hen bi mo fire afei Con water project. Medical hospital say be ohun. Medical pon in the Greater Accra region. Me say me do in Greater Accra how enko one region. Obi bugu onu no obi si ensuo ha pon water project. Under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. When you know 4 years so. We be the 6.5 years when you back kokora o de be kire. En super here adwuma ni bi no. When your friend say Bema wo fie nyansa leader or vision, why ambitious, would be Duma man so on ya, or Ben managing here, and then the John Dramani Mahama. Waiting a gun of force with one Sam Rabium. Sansa Bisaka Krabia or boy, from Ayakwame Kromabaji Independence, Amaya on the 6th of March 1957. Ebesi Jomama, Abraham handed over on the 7th day of January 2017. Nagana Yakanya 122 billion. And they yanam 575 billion. Inflation in that say 53 point something. John Dramani Mahama. Afei yanko hin me de wo be markets John Dramani Mahama die tia Ghana for esu Ghana for sambarama jamahame sambarama John Mahama me de wo market awodo where dia Kotokuraba market e wo Cape Coast me boa Central region Kumasi Kejetia market. Yana mo dia toso amame. No. Kumasi Kejetia market. No. Samu obia na nado office. Mo fa na nado achievement ne mbra na minyi. Minim bia ba bia bi wo. Se na nado ba e wasi market bi. Se wo Cape Coast. Se Watakrade. Se wo Chebi mo dia mo fa mbra meyi. We aye hen. Job 600 project. Ya Parliament House no. E bia me se wo balga wo boko wo doma. Uba krache me chiro say waiting a Ghana for esu say Jomama sanya dan won samra bim e frena djuma wura afa ye yi blocks na Dubai yi won see school ba kokura meti me gina aka say menam kwabenya me hu na do school menam kwabenya me hu eye John Dramani we ye Doma Community Senior High School hwe ade we enye ofre ye oden be bubu or say no na jomama di osi waiting a Ghana for else to say jomama nyada ensamra biem wey aye hefa aya abesiman abesiman community day senior high school John Dramani Mahama yi blocks near was sector minister bia ya fan is Professor Jenana Opoku Ajman mambe no wa ben ya near what 2 deputies near for bako Alessian in charge of tertiary or bako so in charge of pre-tertiary Okujoto Ablakwa tertiary Alex Chreme in charge of pre-tertiary more fire power the yes say one village one dam one district one factory afei na me bet your factory say yes factory say obi asini factory awie no na de billboard akwakosi wa say one district one factory we aye hefa Kumasi shoe factory omaguno omobai omaguno hwe ye ka say Ghana for so say dwamama samra biema muni pepa dodo omunya adwuma we Elmina fish processing plant in the central region. Waiting a Ghana force to say, Jomama Samra Bim, and then we do 3 regions. And near my me yenano, when so car power badge. And a yajinapo, and yenya a year honorable Kofi Buamo, a Jumapo boy, and no, so far soon be no. Yes, car power badge. More fire. Now at the forefront, the best sign at was waiting a Ghana for Esu. Me remember papa, me wife was for million. Nananuma helpful. Nananuma trakunya. Se Ghana for Takuliga bigger. Me balana se me did your mama who dance here. Not just a minimum duty a meeting who dance here. Se Ghana for your sign ever papa near the Emra. No my year free amamu bonimo. Your president, I'm so fear nyansa Uncle Bu Hospital will know nyansa. Your president, oh fear nyansa. When you're incompetence, at the papa, about mebuno, or beseno. Nana do we destroyer or basse or besebi bian was sebibia. Therefore, for a bessign at waso. Me dame won't cemetery amo. No matter as natural mineral water. Namidia gumi minimum. And then my heaty ye papa. Me ba. I never bought my Benny Ebe Johnny me. Now, if you want to Timothy at Abuade, I won't tell him. Menuno Ewe, Yabasisia.
Beyond the use of COVID funds, there are legitimate questions being asked about how the country's debt situation got to where it is. Mr. Speaker, let me state emphatically that we have not been reckless in borrowing and in spending.
Honorable members, it's not yet your time to say, wait until that time arrives. Please, honorable members, I will allow spontaneous reaction to statements, but I will not allow debate of the statement. Your Excellency, you may proceed.
It is worth noting that the debts we're serving were not only contracted during the period of this administration. Mr. Speaker, we will spend money on things that are urgent, to build roads and bridges and schools, to train our young people and equip them to face a competitive world. Considering the amount of work that still needs to be done on the state of our roads, the bridges that have to be built, considering the number of classrooms that need to be built, the furniture and equipment needs at all stages of education, considering the number of children who should be in school and are not, Considering the number of towns and villages that still do not have access to potable water, I dare say no one can suggest we have overborrowed or spent recklessly. Mr. Speaker, I must say, however, that the current shortage of some childhood vaccines in the country has concerned me greatly. This shortage, if prolonged, will affect negatively Ghana's childhood immunization program, which has been recognized as one of the most successful in the world. The WHO has only recently expressed worry about a steady decline in measles vaccination coverage globally because of the concentration on the fight against COVID-19. In accordance with our desire not to become part of this global trend, government has taken steps to ensure the stocks of these vaccines are procured and supplied as a matter of urgency and emergency. The Ghana Health Service has developed an elaborate program to catch up on children who have missed their vaccine immediately stocks arrive. Mr. Speaker, I want to encourage all parents and caregivers to ensure that eligible children are vaccinated once this program begins. No child should be denied access to vaccination.
The shortage of vaccines for the 6 childhood killer diseases in this country can be best described as a disaster, marks of incompetence, and it is highly unacceptable. Every child in this country, per the 1992 Constitution, has the right to good health care. I believe that the minister responsible for health and the president, the vice president, they all had the opportunity to immunize their children, including their grandchildren. And somebody created that opportunity. In some jurisdictions, it is even a crime to sit aloof to allow the shortage of vaccines in your country, to look on whilst vulnerable children are getting infected with diseases that can easily be prevented or avoided. There are 2 main ways of financing our vaccines for children in this country. We have about 13 of them. Out of the 13, Gavi is co-financing about 10 of them. And even that, government is defaulting in the 10. But Gavi believes that politicians such as the president, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, such as Baumia, the vice president, such as the minister responsible for health, Ajima Manu, the children cannot be punished because of their sins. And so even though we are owing, Gavi is still supplying those 10 vaccines. Now we as a country, we are supposed to 100% procure about 3 of them, which includes the vaccines against tetanus, polio, and measles. And with these 3, we are defaulting. One very important that we must all take note of is that Gavi, which is co-financing about 10 of these vaccines, is considering withdrawing completely. So we cannot finance only 3. Can we finance 13 of them? And Gavi is considering withdrawing because we claim we are.
Fine, Kel.
Power FM.
Mo Mo Yamakwa baby at the Bar TV as well as na Power 97.9 FM. Emraso say onye babo ma benie say hwini abrantie wi so okuman graph the one wode eye ensema wodu a efri baya no miensa ebedu sabre ekwaso o my Ghana de timamofo eka ne de hia Ghana fo wababo ne nyina no a wode ebre channel so say ene eye ya wodai ebo no wotwe kre anu asa hia no e TVS was so no the Gumbe show papa at the Abrow na King Nicholas so at the battleground at the Abrow our Power FM se said ye ni agro kura ye ko ye ni man sa ina okuman graph me mo akwaba bibi aboko de
oh twedi ampadon
ye da nyame ase
I hu penina nado I don't know Mogagalam say no e koso still
na say galam say do be say hu say nkoso na obese me say brim no any to say fantastic
because see ya me no ka say okọ me the video be my to mo fama me because no one be gina so de yakasa
ene okọ galam say
moga wo share video ya ekoi wo Facebook ya any TV
Power 97 TVS was at Ghana YouTube TVS was at Ghana yanko
moga we aye safi awaso we mpodi anya waso we aye asanwe so ketuom
na okowudiem
mo bibia ne bekwai anwea so na bibia ne bekwai anwea so no we anwea so duru anwea so a yo kuro bi wo ha ye frɛ no mrewa na mrewa no ye wo kwaye kase pa wo ho moga kwaye ne mu na hu no kwaye ni mu and ya twi light akọ ya twi light
so middle of the forest
every kuro no mu di aba middle of the forest
wo mo ye de wo ho
ya galam say no mutu eno na ekoso no and moga ahomte and the me yam say National House of Chiefs president one of your hino ho yet National House of Chiefs president ne mpasu yaso na this galam say ekoso no na wo hwe emabunu no wo mo bowura ho omo no maboko jan no kromofo no na boko jan no a wo mo ne galamsefo
was enough
yes
regional House of Chiefs
I am telling you mo
president nankasa
president nankasa
kasa yes and as galamse we kwaso in the middle of the forest moga say you merewa te he for na shase
na hwan bi mo because say no say you tell me light tio your sister light post from kronomu and ya ba nwuram ho
forest wa
it na hwan dia because ECG phone to me see light pole menu me no
ho
to me see omo no to me try light
VR fo
eti hwan ana ye na sede se we say adwuma no ho
ti obambo Ghana ha
no moga wunim
bom
ade a asi wa shaman no antwa yi o
te say you free eye wukurum ho
o me free galamsey no so me ka e de awuram e wa galamsey side ha
ye nyina hwa
aya
thank you
na moga wunim ade asi wa shaman no antwa yi ba moma yenka no kran so fantre ho say subanya ye security agencies eda na di okroma no eno so ntwa yi moga ye okroma ana ayi kaka mu krom ho ejura soja ni bu nkotodwe abo tuo pe
nipa
ekum nipa
daylight
ye okrom ha ana ayi 30 south soja ni fatro pe ye okrom ha ana soja fo se soja tade ekodu atutrasam ye kwaka wasam during election ama ayi papa kwasiya soja fo PR de kata ba bonte ka say enkrofo no mo yes ane de don't know them o mo yes soja
wono ni statement bi anya papa wo
enso no mo se soja tade
ya kwasi agree no
yes moga asema ye kan say
modern monso ani
ye tra radio so ha ebo kokose se a soja fo ahwe a wo belu so mo dignity to say press for so no
integrity no ko
ye te Ghana ha ana obo mo dom ya bra ya odo bu so fa ko kompasu aso
ko chesu
wo mo chi soja fo mienu e brim won na nsanya ba 1 week ni East Legon police station opposite se na press fo ni ho a anka police form ye say yam wo mo
what
yes eti asema be kan say ye be sere soja juma no
wasai security
angle na de am ye no say a soja fo panin fo mo ni adwuma no a wo mo nim say nya sa na adwuma no te no o ma koma no atum e no ma yedin
silence you mo nyina
ana se say no amanfo essay adwuma no eti se say no ye tumi kofa goro boys ne de o maba ne ye soja tade aso mo ye nte amro be se bebre soja fo Yantiam Roberts Mebrewa, Soja ni anwa ya jumo Jubilee House no aka ho. Yante nansa ya Yantiam Roberts na soja fo ba mienu ana miensa na mo ka ho.
Tamale highway robbery bi e ko. Ka ayifuyi.
Moja
na wase soja
tade eti asema ye bi sa.
Obesa wonte ho hwi bi.
Dabi
Jubilee House de wote ho asem.
Yate ho asem biem.
Ya adikase ni bibia wo ma wote ho asem.
Eti sese ya beto ba no soja ni kutatua. Mogabi se soja ni be ballot box ho a. Won't you protect yourself? Because some more honor was your boy home no. Ya say wo
Asikado kitan yesi ho.
Yes. Eti ya best say a soldier from penimfo no a ya de mato no. Soldier dwuma ni gu egu mutiri so.
Ma wonu say internal security no so dan pare age ne semu.
Oh yes, nan dey say.
Because they say how say yeni IGP wo na.
Hey, Moga.
Kalewele.
Let me tell you something.
More fire.
O main bia internal security. Soldiers better take over no. Eti say police na gu.
And say bibia say asema ba yi soldiers dey issue statement.
A typical example and say a soldier for the issue statement say wamu echo soup na mu kwate ye na mu kwaye kokoduru ye no wamu ti amanfo na wi so mu botum bisa say ye internal super e soldier for adwuma
we na ya tie na nanado abrati a washi wi a wako jail ex-convict ofri America mo friend say McMill obewura ha obetwitwa amfoni ni ebeto nwom e Jubilee House ni ya ka wi fu a zane ka hona ke be kwa akosta ex-convict for them
asambie mo saba ye bi mo ne say wo mo kire say
wi
wo mo te emrante no wo mo de wo mo akwa military police tie ni yo wamadi wamu koma military police na mibisa se soja ni kwache criminal wade ni koma police ya no de koma military police
ya ka se awodu ani helicopter amade ko ene ni soup no mko ye
ai eno no
we fonti no
oh yes
ti we no mo atu
I we no mkoche
anasa we die ni mo no we headmasters
tula ko ya nyanantwi
we wo mo no we me say ye pewoma ye namnima aya why ye be hu fie bi amanfo ehyeshi wo
mo
kumo bukili sanka
ya
umo shini mi no maja no kumo
moga ye besre bambo adwuma no se
we
wa se wa assess no ma bi sesi ya ye me ka say ya internal security no asay no bakuni say bullion van e kwa soldier for the dia chi
ampa se me wo be na say nyina
soldier for the dia
say we are sepa
eti aba ne say and internal security have been taken over by military
IGP no so de na adwuma to ho
I am telling you
wa ka afen ma adwuma ba so bullion van bi e ko bi a che say soldier
for the dia
woni dia tia because wo munyi police for the dia na police ni etime akoko ni nuyanko police ni na ya kwachi wo mo de ma kogu ya resabia ya si wo ye de wo ko crime scene ye de wo ko wo ma anya de ma bi soldier we be si
dabi
eti dey soldier for take over
soldier for take over
ni dan pare to ho ye
immediately military be take over internal security can we say omana ajiagu
Oma say security
yes it is a say no internal security prosi agu I am telling you say a prosi
based on in some work say the bullion van no ekwa ye prosi for na ba
ho
soldier for ne kwa AK47 media
yes na da ben eti wo TV wa ye internal security no e prosi for said external security and a military asadia
wakasa o
it is a soldier ni pia no rest studio hakekra utumu se BBS
soldier for fixe a ECG meter
dabi it ya dan and soldiers are taking over internal security
ya eno mu ya adwuma we ECG bi ya adwuma we ECG
omno mbomita
e wo so manya
omno sheska so sika kwamno mdi akire na mo wasam ne say a pressifo bi am robbers na say ya ti am robbers na soldier for kan well moga baby adro
na IGP no me also dey na adwuma
oh IGP dampare
die what say I mean he must resign
adentina wo bia ne tema so obi a ne tema so si e bona baso na yi wonya rank na na katu aba yam
waso no de wono de wono no anda wono no sa police form na no fanya adwuma wo hwe wani ma no ho sa wadwuma so ani anu promote ono no emra no ato constitution na yeden ato baby sa police for ne hwan no wo mo constitutional we na ayi dampare de ato nsuom
awro ho sema wo mu no ba kono no yeti ye besre se wo man no se bibia sia omoma ye hu ne yeso ye shareholder wo man ni mu ne ye fa ye ho adwene because sia na ye wo ho no
ne ho ba waka asema ma na ato
oh yes moga etu aman no sese ya bambo ne de sese no omampani vice o hwan yo Godfred Yobo Adame tama na me kokot no wo ba Godfred Yobo Adame we minister wo it is a minister wo ba hwan na we say na change
police
but wo ba soldiers na dinner
speaker in soldier for one che ya withdraw and ya police for no na James aso na ma okopa
soldiers na dinner it is a ministers and another one no they parade themselves with military purposely because of say omunyi procedure adwuma yeah that is it
ba wo mi ane dampare ene ambrizeri mo ma say
na se ba wo mi ane ye chairman of the police council etu oguno wasai no eti ene procedure ni ade munya biem na mo get
service with integrity
mo ga let me tell you workers wa ha nyina no woni mo bi ahoden na mo bi ye bibi fantastic prekope de wo ya no say general manager akwasesa emerante bi aba yenim wo mo segoro boys so se hwanyo mo ba beteta gogra first station kwa na ekofom egu a hwan na yebebo ndin eyewo it is a procedure adwuma na egu na ya hwan eyewo because ene yetumi for police ewo hotel go to Hong Kong ya
tete kwa say recruitment bi okura office
moga na ye recruitment ene ye recruitment yo and say fa omrante bra de obetiam say omo training so qualify pass out
what publishing here the mrofo bi abegu aye military training camp bi ni apam Ghana for instructors ni nyina na mrofo na take over wo ma wo training wo
ai eti mo gaba bia sese no mana kwa kodro no ye besre Ghana for nyina say mo mpa ye mo man no na o man ni nyina yi o man di
Kwame Nkrumah Ghana pa
yes
and the soldier phone team protect post phone team protect bullet van na soldier phone take over yeah and soldier phone the prepaid meter say we see manya
ai
dan pare adwuma no ya ne sen
it is say mo gaba bia yedro no kura ni nyame anim ni
any asa
o na say the oye no
kele we ni asa
woni adwuma ya asofo let's take it as me asofo mo sama sen oh yes
asadi woni misa
etu ba ha no wajina yi no wasa eno ano
wosifo no mo she
no wati kala wele no wati kosia no ye we eno ano no wawie because process adwuma no say adeagu ene a process for wusia 10-9 e complete
all right
wouldn't say highway patrol moga yawo ekwan bi wo ho a obi adwuma a wo ye no enye fe asankare Kumase uko Kumase asankare kwan so udu asankare ba bia adum tedua bie ne mpaibo asankare ho police force de Siberia wo kwan ni mu ubetimi di 1 hour wa asankare IGP yi sade na firi ho fine ya de papa but ade ba ko aye kan so ne say highway patrol ye nyim free kwan so amro be say attack wa hwan na obeje wo because say ye highway patrol
ma bie kwan atum
because highway patrol we
say Ghana ba bia wona ma won say wo patrol central region Cape Coast Square ye ko ho na me hu say ba bia na bia atum
ba bia ko bia ye bia atum
je na wo na ma yo
it is a say robbery na hodro ya ekoso highway patrol ni
DV cars bebre na gas ko bebre ho ahwe mo
yes eti ya besre say highway patrol na dampare wa ye free wono enya de pa
visibility
am ya ka say sadia no that ye dia sembeba moga e dia sembeba o highway patrol na wa close no down no ade a ede ene say asankare ho no a no mudi nsem hunu no a wo yi wo mo free wono de ne kwan so no wo bi a ye Siberia wo kwan no agya kwan ketwa na eno so suba be no
di bone no kwan no anso odi bone
eno an se okọ
he ba ka me sie
etumoga me di wusie no ya me di twatwo ene say wo man no agiagu
tosum
ya wani daso e wo ho wo man pani na nadu dan kwa kufu ado o se wa ya akwan ni nyina wo chebi nko nyame ya adoma wo kyena me the list ni nyina beba ono abo kuje to abra kwa da Roma wa send the list na mame etie wo ha Eastern region na nadu kwan a waye chebi nko ena kofodu ya kakra ena eyi eno ano no asamata fo ekra wa mo kwan
chebi ho no nko
na mpodi de na nadu dan kwa kufu ado e ka che Ghana fo ne say onso wura John Dramani Muhammad policy bi ba say quota no yegu ne dada na etutu a yemfa bi mfangu so say wonim na nadu edi quota ne bi kokogu so a wo se waye asphalt but I dare President Akufo-Addo to come out and tell Ghanaians me say me hu ekwan a wo ye baako eye Tamale interchange there be Tamale overhead
overpassing
yeah we ye no ho no ena from Pokuase baby a jam
Ende ye no.
Ne kwan ne ende ye no. Ene ma hu se otutu kwan so se oye kwan. Eno ano na do nya kwan bia. Eti Virgin Road be no waya wodi ama ho se waya kwan ate obi boga. Ye be do obi asema me na agbomoja ase.
Agbomoje.
Na me na akoyo.
Na akoyo kasua.
Me na se. Moga na akoyo me da se.
Ye da se.
Obi akacha na akoyo se me da se. Wonim se abato ayeto ye no onya bi change.
Me da se.
Wonya bi change. Ena na momo.
Na momo.
Ediya momo soso me bo anam ho atomi.
Na momo.
Yes.
Krowo.
Ade wonya momo acha.
Ne ba me da se.
Na momo me srawo. Moga me da se. Momo no. Etimi tia na.
Anyumre omo hia.
Ana agbomoje.
Awo TV so aje tinu. Agbasi sagbafi ade wona na yaka.
O da bi me na nya aka se di ne basa no.
Na cross alos ne.
Twaso ana bi mu akam.
Me da se.
Eti cross alos na agbasi sagbafia.
Me da se.
O
hine ba nie.
Moga no.
Na watwe mu hia no TV so aje de gumbesi obebremo. Ya dan ho aba na afi de aka bi anso no. Yes, I ede atom. So Honorable Timothy Atabuade, I won't tell him. Ono so ebejina kwenya sisia. 1 minute. Yeba sisia na ede aka asa atom so.
Well, majority of us are being contested. So this directive does help in a way that the party is bigger than all of us. The party says no campaign activities until that time. So if you decide to flout the party's directives and you are caught, the party will deal with it. It's as simple as
this
that.
Is to the MPs.
Yes, the constituencies that have sitting MPs.
Okay.
That it's directed at the constituencies with sitting MPs. Of course, if the seat is, a seat that we don't occupy, there's no MP from that constituency, so it doesn't affect them.
Okay. All right.
My problem with the directive only is enforcement. What constitutes campaign? So if an aspirant gets up and go to the house of the delegates, does that constitute campaign or not? And so how are you going to monitor that? How are you going to enforce that? Okay, if he has a secret location, he takes the aspirants to those places to go and do the thing. How do you monitor that? So the biggest issue will be compliance. How and enforcement? How will it be enforced?
You will have very limited time to campaign. Looking at the directive from your party, you think it's a good one?
Well, it is. I mean, some of us, to be very honest with you, particularly sitting MPs, what you have done over the past 2 years should tell. And as a matter of fact, we have a lot of businesses to do in Parliament, and numbers matter in this Parliament. So the party decision and the caucus was that we cannot afford to miss a single person. So we should always, and at any point in time, be in the House. We are dealing with a political party, the MPP, that is evasive. They can do anything at any point in time, and therefore we all need to stay put. So once the decision was taken that no one should absent himself or herself in Parliament, and there were some concerns raised by members of Parliament, particularly sitting members of Parliament, that if you are telling us that we should stay put, that we should always be in the House, you know, those who want to contest us are campaigning, will be disadvantaged. So the party then took a decision that campaigning should be suspended. Because if not, the members of Parliament will be disadvantaged against those who are contesting them. Because you have a dual responsibility of representing the people in Parliament and also doing
Yamakwa BBM Adeba TV SYZ na Power 97.9 FM. Sabre Honorable Timothy Atabuade Awunterim, former member of Parliament for Busa North Sandama in the Upper East region of the Republic of Ghana. Wajino Akwenya Kesie na enei dodo na ne he lade apene was say or held den ya enye asem ketu Sandama for no e kan na mo ye frem Kanyaga for sese de mo se frem the Busas nti eja munyina so mo ehwe ene awie Honorable Timothy Emwakwaba
Mejo Sumogabe
ya no position microphone ya man
mejo so
okay ya di ka ase me gise bibia bokode you looking good.
Thank you.
What you say is there ase na ye fita
we thank the Almighty God.
You looking good.
Thank you so much my brother.
Hey Honorable ni position poni then this is never power.
So position.
When say who na uti Jomama Kasa o techiri ona wo je fancy san we say hey Timothy Atabuade. Thank you so much.
Thank you for commending me.
Fantastic. Well, you share NDC's directive to MPs, you know. A bit me free member and uti be more and some more can say a bad disadvantage for them because more constituencies I would want do now so a campaign and TBR. The man for Kasiebo was a party in EBB, a national executive, you know, EBB,
Mugabe, thank you so much for Sato. But before I come there, perhaps a 1 minute discussion on the Sojana Yekuno Ashamano. Very important.
It's part of the topic. So
all right, that
you started from the MPs.
MPs, you know, me who letter. I think it is the right thing because ocean numbers now what Parliament is here now. The numbers are tricky. And the MP before now, members of Parliament are dealing with them there. They are very dishonest members of Parliament from the MPP side. Or many young Crawford Kokasi China, then they will go and then do different things. Bad faith, dishonest people who don't talk truth to even national issues. You know, we have gotten to a stage where CI know. If our people don't sit in Parliament to take part in the debate and ensure the right and bear, then elections are called 2024. No, it's going to be very serious. So, so much say they should abandon the campaigns for what do you call it, for the primaries, and then come back to the house. After all, you vote on more Parliament. You vote on their experiences, their intelligence. No we share elections so Chrome Hana. Once G Mensa took over, we have never been comfortable with Niamano. G Mensa is very dangerous to democracy.
It's a threat to our democracy.
He's a threat. He's dangerous because IPAC in my Juma IPAC I cyber drain Mugabe. Then IPAC is the one, even though they are not legally binding. But Niama, the contribution of IPAC has led to where we are with the Electoral Commission today. But then, Jimenez, I had to say one of Flagstaff House for near MPP headquarters. Manipulations, this is what we are bringing. We are only coming to inform. We are not coming for you to debate or make a contribution to it. Mugabe. We don't trust them, and I think it's the best because Jimenez will share the oil now. Tokan or Diba Kroma, and I'll share elections in Tokan, so yes, small conflict. If you check West Africa and other areas across the group, I have 3 years for change. People are expecting that there must be peaceful change. People are expecting the Electoral Commission or I say Juma year, or for Bibian 2 year, and Sana will go into election. If we don't start to stop her now, then I bet you, my brother, will be living the dreams like share. And answer will share MP before now. Almost some of the APC our Nigeria, and that they were going to learn from the APC so that they can break the 8. But what are you learning from the APC? APC no, they stole the election. So are they telling that they are going to steal the elections? Is that what they are learning from the APC? Because they stole the elections. They stole the election. So the MPP is telling they are going to learn from thieves who deny the right people of Nigeria the right leadership. Is that what they are going to learn? What they are going to learn is the killing of people in Nigeria, is the beating up of the people in Nigeria, is the Electoral Commission that Odibibia lost not to change. Free Nigeria. Yes, but you know. James and you see, I don't time there Professor Tahiru Jiga, the INEC chairman of your friend is saying Nigeria Electoral Commission. He came to Ghana here and learned from your friend is saying the second woman I know Charlotte or say Charlotte, and yet they are now pressing the INEC no. As against your Electoral Commission is the best because we've been following the laws. So for me, the leadership of Parliament, the leadership of the executive that I've the national executive from someone by Juma and San Malcolm is good. But the interesting thing, Martisano Abinamu area issue, it's hard to stop one more. Your friend is saying, one more contesting with a city MP. They must stop them. It can even lead to a disqualification. They must put that there. that if you flood the regulation from national headquarters and the party leadership, that you want to take advantage.
That's almost stop you,
yes, I'll stop you, and it should lead to a disqualification because you would have flattered the law. From
MPC ni Juma.
Yes, MPC ni now because I wait for a chire for sumu now for Fred delegate. Into this how it should work. The constituency executive and the polling station executive should be told in black and white that some Fred delegates at the first sumu say omo contesting the MPC no omo ko show omo sumu because they want to use money to do that. That candidate is liable for disqualification.
But honorable, what about MP knowing very well say why you can message some of the MPs, but maybe some will be doing will be like I say ABR will be Bitiana and Alibisa. But what boy Juma didn't know will be also
there are tricks
their performance no be
my parliament da. Anna we share the trending nature, the changing patterns of delegates for Musisiana. Binimuno ayasika no mope. Almost shed the member of parliament Juma Power Bono. Most of the members they've done well. But almost was Anas will be queen Juma baby. No Yesika the bar. Then they tend to buy the delegates. So you must create your friend is saying fair grounds for everybody. Sometimes you see your co-parliament now, your co-home now. Our main aim is to bring development to constituencies. Most of the MPs are Bible and Bob will know them. They've done a lot for their constituencies. But also, been more on my channel Kakahona, or been a hoya, not Tamfuntino, when I was a Mogaba on Yashi. So, what him say, before you went to Parliament, there was no market, you brought a market. There was no cheap compound, you brought it. There was no nursery. You pay students school fees, and yes, someone
in opposition.
Yes, in opposition. Yes, someone will see someone and tell that we nyeshi. Can you get a member of Bangu who has gone 4 years? I want nyeshi.
Almost 30 years common fund in there.
And a common fund, we say one capital. You know, so they are not getting the full complement of the common fund. They are not getting the full complement of other state through.
The upper says yes, stop it. The MPC say more into quite campaign.
Yeah,
more travel abroad. Any idea? Almost other aspirants and so almost machino. Yeah, suspend
they must suspend them. Why would they be doing the campaign? You have to suspend the campaign. You know, you must give everybody fair chance. And I know the way delegates behave. They have unnecessary complaints against the sitting member now on mono. And because new candidates in Ebanomba sugar-coated West, no cow, me kwa mbeyese ninyi na ngosiaga. Because when you go Mugabe, it is the same common fund of the man Mugabe no. Me so me kwa san of the mami. So dear no babe ya chen dear Mugabe you know. How are you going to do it?
Maybe more
may go beyond the common fund, solicit support from embassies. I know that. I have done it. I went to Japan embassy at the time, and they were to bring one of the biggest projects in my constituency. I know it's still hanging up to now. It's still it's still hanging. You know, you can go beyond to do that. You understand? You know, to give fair grounds. Most of the
common national executive.
Common national executive.
Okay.
It should be a point. Job, yeah. It should be a point for disqualification for any candidate.
Campaigning.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And then the constituency executive should be guide. They should report.
Favorite.
Yes, someone favorite, but you're a constituency executive who favorite no should not supersede that of the national request. The nation, the NDC national request, I've seen that. Say a person win election, Mugabe, you know, election is a process. A process, if you don't get the voter register correct, if you don't get it correct, the CI correct, meaning you'll be doing your campaign at the end of the day, you are going to lose. We have gone through this election. Remember how people say we are not going back to court. So we must win the elections, and we are starting with the compilation of the register, and we must ensure the right thing is done. In any case, Mugabe, the electoral commission wants to prevent people with other cards from region. When those cards are biometric.
District level.
Different level. How are you going to do? Look at Sandema. How do you expect someone from Sydney to travel from that place? Actually, most of our people, they don't have money. Then no assign call Nantia now is the cost involved in registration should not be more than what were the Okako.
Very well, Honorable Timothy Medase on that. You ever said I say farmer a year power specialist Herbal Hospital. Womo adaru womo say a bone fracture ena ehawo a sciatica ena ehawo bibia efa a bone suno a year nipeduano no numpena eja waposo no eniema nkoyia fani nyina kwa power specialist Herbal Hospital. Na omobetimi abo yi papa wasi yare bi ha obi ana broma so ye na omobetimi abo hepatitis B the omote any stroke omobo Muhammadi yi papa wom omode eya cough care heba mesade aba eno obi abo wakuhuku unye bi na obo a ebebo yi papa ye di edu aya heba tonic ye no so ye mojanum aduma yi papa yi mojamu fini nyina etumi efri eye ni padua no ye di jirika jiri eba mesa so de aba eno emema mo pesa moje mo 3 points no jirika jiri eno ejina so yi papa enu am say Kevin Asante ko jirika jiri ni bi ewo eye power specialist papa ne ba ha no say me hia jirika jiri am say hey be ma no I say etue mo say ye got 3 points wo gina che say bibia etumi ejina na so ena edu aya malamis eno so etu malaria na say efi hokra e de ma yi papa power specialist hospital obi hu mo ewo Accra Kwabenya ACP oye kwantempo no so ewo power eye bus stop sanso na takra de wo mo Anaji Estate Customs Road no wo ne eye singa washing bay no ena edi ehwe ni kuma so mo ofi yase wo mo ne Jasbo filling station edi hwe ni mo ewo aputuoja eye Continental Road no edi nso kuma se bronu ni bisu aputuoja eye Continental Road no from now no mo jojo come on 0244 544422 and 020 038381 WhatsApp plan no 055 579 7878 ofra yebejo so Honorable Timothy Atabuade awonterem yafe yanko ashaman ne esi ye no post eye sojani no ene omo etimia ape Sheriff Imoru omo ape ne kurabre ewonkra ha.
You see Mugabe now metia same way ne ha me pa because this is not the first time our disciplined soldiers have come into attack by unruly civilian people, criminals are more mono. Say I in himself Major Mahama, son of Mayom Kokuno. The Mugabe saw Kaya some 2 other soldiers, I think they were WOs, Fwansi and Abibi over a land issue. Okay, Nanka ye kuomo. They beat them, boom na moja from soba, and it took some people. I think the chief also for them to save those soldiers. How come that under this government, our soldiers are publicly being humiliated, being disrespected, being killed, being beaten? How come? I love the army. I should have joined the army, but I said no. After CFOM, I love whatever they do. For me, no, to be honest with you. Yes, because even the police, police uniform, the police buy their uniform. Yeah. You know, I've said it here several times. And I've said it the order that they call in and confirmed. Promotion crying for more. Why? Yeah, more promotions. Yeah, more promotions. They buy their accoutrement, they buy their uniform, they buy their boots, they buy their specs. Now they run away. Berets into morality in the army, they've killed them. They've killed that morale. Now, for me, it is unfortunate. Say innocent people in Ashama is a beautiful place. When in business, I call more. Yeah. Beautiful. Sometimes I just go to under bridge just to walk around Shaman and come home. I just love the place. Get to boys and also. What was that? Now, Marco, this young man. What a Mugabe, this young man. One on a breadwinner, 21 years, and you know because among fire more bribing now a former police. Maybe this woman would have taken all her money to invest in the child, to bribe for the child to be recruited. 21 years. 21 years. It's not that he was killed because he was a suspected armed robber. And yes, we born no more kune we no more fan and near be seen ho. Just one more share that. No more fan and near man soldier name and the beton in chair. It means you knew you were killing someone who is an army fellow. It is a boy, if they were able to screen them and get the boy, they should cane them well. Because I'm not going to relate that. Imagine any of those people are talking about human rights. Now, boy, they need human rights. She said the name I'm Sue. Look at the family. This young innocent boy, 21 years, you've wasted a year. I don't win him. Say anya bibi only the boys na beka.
Na anya bibi anaka boys you want me.
Wouldn't ya anya ya woma so yes na anya bibi. You know what the boys will do? The boys will go on betima kwotena bibi no aka say yempo ye ku soja na wo. Ye soja kra ye ku no krom ha na wo. Wo ya ebe boost si eku. You and that's what they will tell us. I support the soldiers 100%, and I'm going to call on the army commander to ensure that everybody respect anyone in the army uniform. So
if army uniform near local ejura kukum. The
soldiers are denying that those Techima boys are not soldiers. Wouldn't the soldier name say there's no any trained soldier that will shoot into the crowd.
They are using them.
Yes, and it's happening in this government. The soldiers should refuse.
Who is the commander?
They should resist. I am a team soldier for Nedo Marco Jina Langard. No more some person who bifie. The army command should refuse that. Yes, I agree. Mugabe, I agree that there's excesses.
And the role is Wesi.
Intimacy. Look, so why? Yes, because the army command has allowed. Any hand when Ayawa so West or gone. Okay, Colonel, is it Colonel Damois? How can the whole Colonel? I was so hurt. Colonel Mugabe, senior officer. Then you go and be holding a brief on behalf of Omam got to 2 Ayawa so West or gone, and you were covering the issue. Canada Mwana is a cover issue. No, how can a colonel of the army do that? We must respect our soldiers. We must respect men in uniform. I am not going to sit here to say that what the soldiers did, they did wrong. They must put the fear of God in miscreants. We smokers.
See, just to ekunipa.
Yes.
She and see.
Yes.
And see our other areas. She and see.
Yeah.
And you know, Major Mahama. Yet Tamboni, I did the bony team, Ebesi neck and Terry. And you know, Matima for so taking the loss.
Yes, and that is why, because like what kind you rightly said, Rolling Star, you won't get this. Yeah, Papa, Kufoba, did you get this? Miss, did you get this? So how, Mama, did you get this? And how come now?
Set of the white yeah, observe.
The army must sit up. I command the army must sit up. The boy too has human rights. The boy has got a mother. He has got sibling. He has blood running through. What can Chrome say? Even the attorney general, na soldier for a kutan bag. Who is the attorney general and the soldier should hold his bag at the corner? Yeah. George Floyd.
George Floyd.
Yeah.
Nana do take Ghana how man you Ghana.
Oh, Kojibe ye omo musu yempo who in the swing be a free bar or chroma. You understand?
And you added to no course soon and went to make a baby. I'm
coming there. You see, the state security is in national security is in tatters.
Is in what?
It's in tatters.
It's posting here, posting for what's more side you. Damn party based in the issue statement.
Anka Sanka Nanado away commander in chief of national security. I won't talk about even because the national security boss. Anka so will use the state of nation address in parliament and warn all those people who want to take our security and condemn it. They can't condemn. You know why? Use Ayawaso. Ayawaso West war gone. Woko tisika. And they form a public inquiry. Omo buy a man for me issue a white paper to rubbish everything. So he hasn't got the moral grounds to do that.
Yeah, of course you know.
And you see, what is in that zona? The president should be very careful because we have a few years to go out.
Careful, say,
he has to be very, very careful because history.
Careful in what sense?
The throne doors.
Okay.
Mugabe, even the honesty with which to acknowledge dear John Mama here and won't me acknowledge and Subi. You need a sooner to do that. At this time, Ghana, obedient to fuel. People cannot pay rent. People cannot get 3 square meals. Auditor General is talking about 52 billion. This is this is the state of the economy I'm talking about. That it has been stolen. Audit funds have been stolen. Obama your friends and Joe Biden here in the State of Nation address
the United States of America.
Now you know your kind that he was going to prosecute everybody that chopped COVID money. That he's going to cover because COVID, you know, is we are seeing in a pandemic.
Fantastic.
And you are making profit out of it.
Out of pandemic.
How callous are you? How inhumane are you, Mugabe? Your Frontier Health Service, look at the millions of dollars airport. You couldn't capture that. This is the second last. This is the second last State of Nation address. But it's not the second. This is the last one. Internet so did not correct Ghana for, and I expected the president to state, the government, you know, what they would do with ex gratia. Should stand on the floor of Parliament and tell us. Yes, because someone said, "John, I'm a coca ex gratia." So I was expecting the president to tell her because anything I'll be reducing executive expenditure is commended. Even if it is 1 city, is commended. Mugabe, he didn't capture that. Look at your schools, your hospitals. Yeah, could the president tell us the number of buildings he has put up? The agenda 111 no. This is your 7th year. This is your 7th year, Mugabe. You can you imagine? You are reading a COVID report that says that $80 million. Mugabe, that says that $80 million. $80 million. Drugs and bad. You are reading a State of Nation address. You said there's not. I don't even know. My heart is. Look, I don't. This guy, there must be something wrong somewhere. Nanado. So, yeah, you remember what kind? It means he has cleared all those people who are involved in the audit. Share Adakula na baby no omko rent building. Okay, how can you rent a building? Use 50 million Ghana cedis to renovate and rent it at 40 million Ghana. Mugabe, who does? And the president will look. I think that Ghanaians are not angry. Can you imagine? Can you use that for your private business? Renovation. Then the president said there's nothing wrong.
Loot and share.
What?
Family and friends.
You come to Parliament. State of Nation, this is the time to exhibit humility, respect. This is the time to you are too old to steal Ghana money.
Right.
You are not going to steal. You are not going to do. Look at what is happening, Mugabe. You are taking over $600 billion. Billion Ghana cedis as revenue. You know, Kasiebo. She trying to be try about interchanges. No, I am in Tamale. Overpass now. We are on Merco Ecosinva.
Very well.
It's Mugabe. State of Nation obey. The president must come again. This is not state. In fact, in serious democracies, they will reject it. He has to come again because it doesn't reflect the real State of Nation address.
So on the
say now maybe I'm afraid for him because I kind of last State of Nation address.
See the next security no baby abefa bia say me say ade obi be yeku
obi one peno who wants your president
ya hwe wa amwa kaka
bi you don't want okrom hana udi trust
be anytime.
I don't understand. This government must be serious and respect the people of this country.
Because I know who security now.
But what chance I'm say Ghana for? The
Ghanaians are not angry.
If they are angry, and they are annoying, they would have even been seated.
Very well, Madam Honorable Timothy Atabuade, I won't tell you for your time. And then you may on TV SYZ and a power 97.9 FM. Your messages are crowd of 4 a day, Abba, and you may a year, Jumedian, and I am on the tata. Minia, your power was a show life. Your power also was a show life. Life na show no ekuyi papa na bibia koso zina aye muru of Medina, Chicago, also so share life. Lorato Oma Sawadogo, on also so share life. Jumedino Ekuye Papa, Kwablavi, Benghazi of Pukwase, on also say I'm really enjoying the show. Yeah, the Munina ask more messages by Adam Stepper, Munina so and our self phobia subriso. Yeah, the Munina ase na Yabubia Abaso. Sawa J Brennan yet na Bonumino. It was him. Nyame ya adoma na otwe enua Logas ya ye NDC ye vice chairman ewo Kolekulote constituency ne papa first time ne papa watu anananom ewo nsiedo se de me so me no watu anana ewo nsiedo first time na nti weekend ye nyina ye kuja enua Logas na wa ye ne papa ewo su heya ususu de bibia bi wa te heya ne bibia ha Logas ye ma wo shedin and executives nyina mo wo Kolekulote chairman kote ene nimpanifo ene Dr. Zanata Rollins, I salute you this evening. Ya de obibia se emo obibia monitor. Obade na dum ya china no mienu ye besan edinsia. Abasobo from Dasebre Dwamra. I say ewia say ohia nti se obi do ne bakura wo hu akono de enso anu woni ayeden ato nchen. Eno na midija kwan ena nwumre. Na me asomdie ka news ena eto aso.